Hi guys, hope everybody is doing really well today. This morning I woke up and I googled my local antique fair and it was this morning, so I decided to have a little walk along, and I'm glad I did. Normally it's just a few small local sellers, you buy some bits and bobs on, but today there was a really lovely stall there with some absolutely amazing things on it. The chap is from Suffolk, his name is Graham, which is about a 6-hour drive away, but he'd bought something very close to the fair, so he decided to stand the fair while he was down here. And he had some beautiful things, so I'm going to show you those things, but first I'll show you what I picked up off the other stall holders. So we've got this pad saw handle, really nice. My buddy Alex is after one of these. This was £10, was a bargain, so I'm sure Alex will take that off me. Looks like it's got an original pad saw handle as well, a pad saw blade. You can obviously push that further in the handle, I would have thought. But anyway, nice item nonetheless. Really good. I bought another little saw, really nice little saw, brass back little saw. That and this was £13 the two, so I thought that was quite nice. £13 the two. We got a little brass candle snuffer, nothing wrong with that, and a really nice little saw. I thought it was quite delicate, so, and I always buy off that lady, so I got those three off this lady, 10 and 13 for the two. Then off another chap I bought this. He described it as a gunmetal paperweight. I just like the design on it, don't know why. Little paperweight, little weighing scale, don't know what it is. So I bought that and this piece of brass stock, and I paid for the both of those, I paid £8, so I thought that was good. Now it gets into the good stall with the good stuff. So the first thing I saw was this little tiny bovine bone ivory ruler. Very delicate, very small. I don't think I've seen one quite this size before. It's really tiny, really slim. So he had, I think he asked 30 on that. I gave him 25, which I thought was reasonable considering its age. The next thing I bought was one of my favourite things, is this Tudor, so about 1460s, 1480s, very early padlock. Now this, he said he got off a metal detectorist, and it's turning. He's got it turning, and I just think it's really exquisite. He had £100 on this, but this was part of a job lot. But don't you think that's exquisite? I don't know if the camera's quite showing it up, but it's a Tudor that's 500 years old, little padlock, and it's a beauty. The next one is, he said this was about the 1860s, something like that. Is another little padlock, and I just think those are really exquisite. I just like those. I love a little bit of brass. This one was a separate. He wanted 40, and I gave him 30 for that. And I think that's beautiful. Little padlock. You can't complain at that. The next one was a job lot. So we've got a lovely bone ruler. This one is G Book, Tottenham Court Road, London. What's nice about this is it's got the bevel on the inside. All the pins are working and it's in lovely condition. So, and it's got lovely inscriptions all the way around it. So he wanted 100 on that, and he had these two bone rulers. Lovely indeed. They put the very best craftsmen on the bone stuff. They're really, time served men with people with good eyesight. This one is a Bates, London, so that's really nice. Really lovely. So those two he wanted 100 each for, and he wanted 100 for that. And I gave, those three was, and the padlock, that was it. And the padlock, I gave 310 for the three. So he wanted 400, 100 a pop. and I gave him £3.10 for the 4 items, which I thought was reasonable. Kind of nice. I do love this Tudor little padlock. I mean, to think when that was used, you know, and who it was used by 500 years ago is quite interesting to me. Now the next item is probably, well, I'll show you this one first. We've got this beautiful rules, and I've got one similar which I'm going to compare it to. It says, I don't know if you can see that, Hugh Matters something London, and it's got a depth gauge which pulls out, which is kind of nice, a square rule. I do have another one. Let me have a look where it is. And it reminded me of this one, which is also a square rule. I'm just trying to think of the name on it. This one is a Hughes Hoggs Street. Hogg Street, Labour, London. It's hard to find the name, the maker, because there's so much unique. There we go. I think that's it. T Redwell, London. So it is a different maker, but it's a similar sort of style with the square style. And I love boxwood. I just think boxwood, I don't know if it's showing in this video, is something really exceptional. So you just look at that. This one is quite an early one. It's from about the 1780s, I think, and it's all handmade, hand scribed, all hand cut the joints, and I just think that's something real special. So yep. So my favourite item, what I'll do is I'll clear this away and I'll show you my favourite item. Right, so this is my favourite item. This wasn't even on the chap's stall. It was actually underneath. And it's a exceptionally rare, according to him, travel padlock, 4th of July, 1846, Thomas Morris. And you can see Thomas Morris there. 4th of July, I'm not sure if that does look, it looks like 1866 to me, but anyway. Either way, it's not exactly brand new. And this was owned by a Barrett. And how it works is, it's kind of exceptionally, he said when he got it, it was stuck, and he was he's a restorer, the guy, Graham, and he's managed to get it unrestored. So there you go, it opens, and then here, you can, was it here? Let me have a look, where am I looking? No, it is here. Let me have a look. There we go. So when you unlock the padlock, you can use the little knob there, click it open, and then it opens out, and then you can, let me just take that out. Oh, there we go. This is a piece of polished horn to make it clear. So this is a piece of horn which has been cut and polished, which I think is amazing in its own right. And then here we have, so we've got A.W. Barrett Chelmsford, and then on the other side A.W. Barrett Sandwich, for obviously where he was going, and it goes on and on and on. A.W. Barrett, A.W. Barrett, and it's got all these places he's been. London, but look at that writing for London, isn't that amazing? I think I might keep that one in as thing. A.W. Barrett. So this is all the places he's been to. This is 150 or 170-year-old, 60-year-old pieces of card, paper, handmade paper, and I just think it's really something exceptional. He had this one on the front, but I think this one is amazing. So this chap, with his travel padlock, has been going around as probably as an aristocrat or somebody. I wonder who A.W. Barrett was, London. Quite interesting. And then what's really interesting is no glass, so it's a piece of bone from a horn. And I just think that is quite something. A.W. Barrett, London. And then obviously to click it in, you can click that in there and then lock it back, and it's got the original key which goes in there, and you can lock it. I mean, don't you think that is a beautiful thing? An absolutely beautiful item, beautifully constructed padlock. Apparently it's extremely rare. The chap said he's only seen another one on digital form. He's never seen one in person. He was in his 70s and been collecting a good while. But for me, I just think it's exceptional. And the price on it was exceptional too. He had 300 on it. He said, I don't want to sell it. And he was quite hard-parted. In the end, I gave him what I had in my wallet, which was £250 to buy that from him. But it's quite a lot of money to spend on a little padlock, little brass padlock. But don't you think it's a bit of a time capsule of a piece of history? For me, that's something, I don't know why, I just caught my eye, that did. Really beautiful. I mean, Mr. Barrett, he's been around travelling. So hopefully you found that interesting. Kind of an unusual tool haul for the padlock. I think the bargain of the day was definitely this pad saw handle for £10. It looks to be an absolute minter as well. So no doubt that'll go to Alex. Look at that, Alex. Your 3 favourite words, made in the USA. Right, so hopefully you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Be interested to hear your comments below. Please don't tell me I'm an idiot for spending that much on a padlock, but I'm sure someone will. All right, take care. Have a great day. Bye.